I think the movie is suspenseful, and one of the reasons that it is suspenseful when you're trapped at Minnie's haberdashery is that violence is hanging over every one of those characters like a cloak of night.
Ain't no way I'm spending a couple of nights under a roof with somebody I don't know who they are. So who are you?
How does somebody like, say, Samuel L. Jackson become your muse and end up in all of your films?
When it comes to Sam Jackson, it's a weird mix of the fact that not only is he a terrific actor, but he is like an actor with a capital A. And I even remember talking to Robert De Niro about Sam Jackson. And he goes, well, look, here's the thing about Sam. Sam's an actor. I mean, when Sam's mother had Sam, the doctor said, you just gave birth to a 2-pound actor.
Got room for one more?
Who the hell are you?
Because of that, he attacks my material with the seriousness of a seasoned theatrical actor and approaches it that way. And he does my dialogue like nobody else. Not only has it become very easy to write for him, it's become hard not to write for him. I even remember in my first drafts of Kill Bill, Bill kept sounding like Sam, and I didn't really want Sam for Bill. So I had to actually twist him and tame him and make him not sound like Sam Jackson.
Starting to see pictures, ain't you?
In this particular case, I think you kept the temperature at 30 degrees, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely, in this one, yeah. To me, the breath coming out of their mouth was as much of a visual element as any of Bob's lighting, or even more important than the mountains in the background to some degree or another. And also I like the idea that since I'm very enamored with my own dialogue, that breath punctuates every single line, almost like a cartoon flourish. The weird part about it, though, was when we were shooting in Colorado, as you can see in the movie, we got all the weather we were looking for, but it would fluctuate. It would move up and down. But when we eventually moved to a stage in Los Angeles, we could get the breath every single day because we had control in a way we didn't have control in Colorado.
Anywho, I'm just trying to let y'all know how grateful I am. I was a goner, and y'all saved me.
You want to show me how grateful you are? Shut up.
I do think it's ironic that, any cop who wants, this movie boycotted, the most likable character is the law.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing about it is, even like in the case of John Ruth, who was representing the law, you're supposed to think in that stagecoach, this is a brutal son of a bitch. And it's absolutely okay for you to make judgments against him. But then as the story goes on and you realize more about his modus operandi of how he does what he does and why he does what he does, it's not quite so black and white.
And he's got like a strong moral code.
A case could be made. He has the only moral code in the whole piece.
One of them fellas is not what he says he is. What is he? In cahoots with this one, that's what he is.
We should talk about Jennifer Jason Leigh, who everyone has loved, being the only woman in the film. I know there are some people who are a bit nervous about the violence against her.
Yeah.
To treat her any differently would be unfair to her.
I completely agree. You have to feel that anything can happen to anybody at any time. So I'm not going to do, okay, well, that's the case for 7 of the characters, but because one is a woman, I have to treat her differently. I'm not going to do that. But also, it's okay that you feel that way, because there are moments where I'm provoking you to feel that way.
What I got to say about John Reese Ravens? He's absolutely right. Me and one of them fellows is in cahoots. We're just waiting for everybody to go to sleep. That's what we're gonna kill you.
When John Ruth cracks her over the head that very first time, and that wave that goes through the audience, because it almost does seem like one of the last taboos. Now, if you want to say shame on the movie, you can, but you're supposed to say, oh my God, John Ruth is a brutal bastard. And I want your allegiances to one degree or the other to shift slightly as the movie goes on. I can actually see absolutely an audience member watching the movie and Dom Magoo is their favorite character, and she's the one that they're rooting for throughout the piece. I wanted Susan Atkins, basically. I wanted a Manson girl out west. That was the quality.
I love the no electronics policy. When did you decide on that?
Well, it happened somewhere around Kill Bill is when I started instituting that, basically because people's cell phones were ringing and ruining shots. Everyone's kind of on their iPhone. They're updating their Facebook page. They're checking this. They're tweeting out something or other. And one of the things that was wonderful about Cruise was people got to know everybody. And what I hear, that happens less and less and less, because people are on their own little world and they're not all working towards this one collective that we're all trying to do and becoming a family. And that happens on my sets, and I'm really, really proud of it.
Thanks for watching Contenders Conversations. Feel free to share this video on all your social networks.